Hi everyone, in this video today we're going to discuss background investigations for employment and how this could save your company's reputation and save you thousands of dollars. Recently I had a client who hired a CEO, and turns out after the CEO had been there a couple years, they had committed some misconduct at a previous employment. The client decided to terminate the CEO, but doing so cost them thousands of dollars in severance. So continue watching this video. We're going to discuss ways not to ruin your company's reputation and how to save you money by doing a proper background investigation. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Wayne Bizard. I'm a private investigator here in mid-Michigan. I'm a 26-year law enforcement veteran and currently do private investigations. So let's talk about what a background consists of. Well, that depends on your business and your company and what you're looking to do. Maybe a line employee that you have, you might only just need to know whether that person has a criminal history, whether that person is a sex offender, and if that person has a valid driver's license. Or your company may be one that's hiring a CEO or manager, and you want to know a lot more about their background. How often have we hired people to find out that the skills they listed on their background is not exactly what their skills are? And that's because we didn't do a proper background investigation. Sometimes I look into backgrounds and it takes 30 or 40 hours to do a single background for the most complex background investigations that I do. Why do we do them? We do them for a couple reasons. Number one, we want to verify that the employment history and the skills that they have are what they have. Also, we want to verify that they have the education that they say to do. I know for a fact my wife's former supervisor many years ago had showed up at a work meeting one day with a certificate and stated that he had obtained a bachelor's degree overnight. Well, come to find out, he had paid $75 to get the degree and actually earned the degree. So we need to verify that they have a degree. We need to verify that they have the skills that they say they have. We need to ensure that that person is not a criminal or a sex offender and that the person is a good fit for your organization. We need to verify employment history. There's a lot of times people will leave out their bad employment history. I've done many background investigations where a person has been fired from their job for misconduct and not listed on their application. Imagine that. So let me tell you a little bit of a story where this could cost you thousands of dollars. So I had a client who came to me after they had hired a CEO to run their company for several years, and after several years, they received a letter from somebody who had stated that they were a former employee who worked underneath the CEO, and the CEO had done some misconduct and done some things to this particular employee. Now, after they did the investigation, they decided to allow the CEO to resign, but in doing so, they ended up paying the CEO about $50,000 in a severance package. So the other thing that can happen too is I had a case where a client hired a manager to work in their company, and their manager did something wrong, which caused the company to be in the paper. And once that happened, it dramatically decreased the amount of business that this company had gotten. Now, had these two companies had done a proper background investigation, they may have vetted out these two people and saved them a lot of money and a lot of headache in their company's reputation. So how long does it take a background investigation? It depends. It depends on what you're trying to do. It can take up to a day, or it can take up to a week to 10 days. Some of my more complex background investigations can take up to 10 to 15 days, depending on how fast I can get documents and the information that I need from different organizations and places. And what does a background investigation cost? Well, if you do it in-house, it's going to cost your hourly wages. It's going to cost your time to create policies and forms. So it can be quite expensive. Now, if you hire outside, it has some advantages. Number one, background investigations are time consuming, and there's not a lot of managers that have the amount of time necessary to do a good background investigation. That's where a company comes in. They have the time and can focus on that person's investigation and get all the complete details that you need to make a hiring decision. The other thing is it costs you money because you have to spend the time to do it. Well, it's probably a little more expensive to hire a background investigator for an outside company, but in the long run, that could save you a lot of money, because if you don't take the time to do it right, you can be sued, or you can find out that you hired the wrong person, a person who is not a good fit for your company. The other thing hiring outside helps with is impartiality. So a potential candidate can come to you and say, you were not impartial, you didn't like me, so therefore you didn't hire me. The outside background investigator has no skin in the game. They don't care whether this person has anything in their background. And you can point to that when you're talking to the candidate and say, we had an outside agency who was impartial, look at, complete your background investigation, and you're just not a good fit for our organization. The other thing is usually hiring somebody from the outside makes the candidate a little more comfortable. It's a little nervous when your manager or somebody that's going to hire you is interviewing you about your background. If you have somebody from the outside, it makes them feel a little bit more comfortable. I hope this video helps you. I hope you use this video to make some decisions on how you're going to do your backgrounds, and that you will do background investigations. I've had many places that don't do them and end up costing them big time in the long run. This video, if you use what I say, will save you thousands of dollars and potentially help keep your company's reputation. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed this video on background investigation for employment, and look to our website for more information. And I'm going to put out a guide very soon on how to conduct a background investigation for employment. Thank you. Have a good day. We'll see you. Bye-bye.